Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by WorkHuman. Thanks for joining me for your quick briefing on what's important in the world of work. My name is Steve Boese. Today we're talking about second chance hiring, the intentional practice of recruiting, hiring, and supporting individuals who have been incarcerated, giving them a second chance in the workforce. It's not just a feel-good idea, it's a smart strategy for communities, for society, and for businesses grappling with labor shortages. Let's break it down. Second chance hiring refers to programs, policies, or initiatives that actively remove barriers and open doors for formerly incarcerated individuals to access job opportunities. Rather than automatically disqualifying people with a criminal record, these programs evaluate candidates more holistically, looking at skills, training, rehabilitation, readiness, and support needs. The goal is to shift from once convicted, forever excluded toward we believe in growth, accountability, and reintegration. Many second chance programs include wraparound supports, training, certification, mentorship, counseling, transitional assistance to help individuals succeed in the long term. When done well, second chance hiring is more than a charity program or a corporate social responsibility line item. It's a smart workforce strategy. Here are some reasons why the adoption of second chance hiring matters to our society. First, reduce recidivism and stronger communities. Gainful employment is one of the most powerful predictors of a successful transition post-release. Having stable income and purpose helps reduce reoffending, which benefits public safety, lowers incarceration costs, and heals families and communities. Next, justice and equity. Many justice-impacted people face structural barriers rooted in racial disparities or poverty or lack of access to educational opportunities. Offering employment pathways is a concrete way to rebuild dignity, opportunities, and equity. Third, social capital and economic inclusion. When formerly incarcerated individuals can participate meaningfully in work, they contribute taxes, spend in local economies, support their families, and reduce reliance on social safety nets. And over time, this effect strengthens neighborhoods and social cohesion. And finally, moral leadership. Organizations that lead in second chance hiring signal their values, redemption, belief in transformation, commitment to communities. That can boost reputation, employee engagement, and stakeholder goodwill. And this matters also to the overall U.S. economy. Some key points to consider in this tight labor market. Approximately 600,000 Americans are released from state and local prisons each year, and nearly 1 in 3 U.S. adults has some kind of criminal record. And many of these persons face lots of barriers to employment. Estimates suggest more than 44,000 unique employment-rated obstacles in reentry, and without intervention, about 75% of justice-impacted individuals remain unemployed 1 year after their release. And on the employer side, some surveys show that about 85% of HR leaders believe second chance hires perform as well or better than other employees. So companies are having success with this. Notably, JP Chase, Dave's Killer Bread, and others have built their brands largely on second chance employment. Dave's Killer Bread, for example, has about 1/3 of its staff having previous felony convictions. In short, justice-impacted talent is often motivated, grateful, and underutilized. And for employers facing staffing challenges, it's not an idle experiment. It's a real talent strategy. Of course, some concerns remain around liability, safety, cultural fit, background check risks, and perceived reliability. But many organizations have managed these risks through structured programs, supervised probation-friendly roles, mentorship, and incremental trust-building models. So if you're an HR leader or a talent leader curious about or committed to exploring second chance hiring, here are some practical recommendations. First, begin with a pilot and a risk-managed role. Rather than overhauling your entire hiring policy, start with a small, controlled pilot, like a single role or department. Maybe it's non-customer facing or it's entry level. And then partner with a re-entry agency and monitor your outcomes closely. Use a probationary period for these employees, increase mentorship and job carve-outs to manage risk and build trust. Second, partner with these re-entry nonprofits and governmental agencies. Local re-entry organizations, state workforce boards, probation and parole officers, and nonprofit service providers can help you screen candidates, train them, provide wraparound support, and mediate transition. You don't need to reinvent everything yourself or in-house. Lean on these organizations and their expertise. Third, train your internal stakeholders to reduce stigma. You should invest in some awareness training for hiring managers, supervisors, and your teams. These help to address biases, educate them about success stories, and share evidence that this can work and build empathy. Supportive culture matters significantly. A bad supervisor or skeptical colleagues can derail even talented employees. Fourth, design support systems and retention schemes. It's not enough just to hire these folks, you need to try to retain them. Offering mentoring, onboarding support, peer networks, check-ins, coaching, flexible scheduling, etc. can help. Track their performance, collect feedback, and adjust along the way. And then, of course, evaluate your outcomes, the ongoing retention rates, the performance of these employees, the turnover, and the ROI. Treat this like any other strategic talent investment. Second chance hiring isn't just about doing good. It's about reshaping what we imagine as talent. In this moment of labor scarcity, social inequality, and community fractures, these programs offer a bridge, connecting people who've been marginalized with the dignity and stability of work. And for organizations that lead in this space, they can access real talent that is loyal and can make an impact. If you're in HR, consider convening a small stakeholder group in your organization comprised of legal, risk, operations, diversity, facilities, and discuss whether a second chance pilot program could make sense in your context. Start small, learn fast, and scale up responsibly. That's it for the Workplace Minute today. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to WorkHuman for supporting the Workplace Minute. If this episode made you think about how your organization can think more expansively about talent, please share it with a colleague. I'm Steve Boese, and this has been the Workplace Minute from H3 HR Advisors.